Hello, hello, everyone. I come to you from Kathmandu, from Nepal, and I've been on a journey these last two and a half weeks, and have a little bit more time here in an epic, liberating journey. And I felt so pulsed to come on here and share with you like a theme of this last very deep mission that we've been on. I was with a group in a place that is an undisclosed place. And I was with a group in Tibet, and we were actually doing a very, very important mission that was magical. Magical. And when we liberate ourselves from old paradigms and ways of thinking, we are open to receive the magic. We are open to receive the miracles. And this is so much of what I've been pouring in here for not only months, because we were launching and sharing the Activate Higher Purpose course. Which is all about liberation. It's been years that I've been pouring into and on my own journey of liberation. And that is really what I always share. It's really my own journey that I'm sharing with you. And it's not like we are all the guru, we are all the teacher, we are all being called into deeper layers of exploration and expansion within ourselves so that we can tap into what is true and real about reality, about the world we live in, and about who we really are and what we're really here to do. So I come to you today because last night I was part of a ceremony. I wasn't part of, I witnessed a ceremony, and I was with two friends I'm journeying with in Nepal. And we went to a Hindu ceremony where they were liberating souls from bodies. And this was involved fire. It involved a certain way of deeply honoring the spirit and physical body, the physical body. And so it was wild to just be witness to a few things that I wanted to share here today, which are this was it's a liberation ceremony. They call it a liberation ceremony. And it is where they are liberating the soul from the body. And how they do that is through burning the body. And this is like an open ceremony that Hindus come from all over and witness and pray. And it's like it is a funeral, what we might in the Western modern whatever world call it a funeral. And wow, so interesting. So the two friends I was with, they really felt called to lean in and get closer to the situation than me. I felt really pulsed to like just be back, step back a little bit, but I was still there witnessing and feeling and breathing in all of it. And I had a very interesting experience, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. And this is about liberation. Everything about our story and our reality and what we're navigating in this now moment, every one of us is navigating something. We're navigating, maybe you have a new child, maybe you're navigating a move of your home, maybe you're navigating some drama that unfolded in your life that you didn't ask for. Maybe on some level it is happening for you, through you, and on some level it is a pattern that is throughout yours to decode the manifestation of. Everyone is navigating something, whether it's an old reactive pattern, whether it's a love relationship that's shifting, whether it's any relationship or work or money or resources or anything. We all have patterns and programming that we are navigating something right now. Maybe it's expansion, love, and joy, and everything is just in harmony and coherent in your life and experience. What are you navigating? What is your octave that you're evolving through and expanding into? And part of this work, the work of being human, the joy, the play, the fun, is in decoding your own journey and telling the story of your life. The liberation comes in the story that we tell. Every religion, every style and form of worship is a story. I was in the taxi with my sister friend here, who's on this journey with me here in Nepal yesterday, and we were discussing our different reactions, responses, presence, like awarenesses during this ceremony it was very intense. To me, the energy was so intense. I was like, I just got to get home and shower. I got to get home and do my practices, like, and there was just a very different experience. And we were sharing our different perceptions. It all comes from the story. And then we were sharing like kind of the story of our lives. Oh, where did that come from? How come I perceived it this way and you perceived it that way? And when you actually do that without judgment, without right, wrong, good or bad, it's fascinating to realize that every single experience is our story, and we can choose that, yeah, that's my story, and that feels great, and that's my magic, and that's my power, and I continue to choose to go with that. And then it's like how we hold our story. So I wanted to share this because liberation is the theme of my time right now. And I'm going to continue to pour this in, especially actually coming up. I'm going to be hosting in a few months, actually. Should I say this? Yeah. Yeah, of course. We're going to be doing the Vision Quest live again this year. It was such a powerful response last year that we're going to host it again this year. And it's going to be like even different and more amazing than it was last year. And I've been doing this every year for many years in different ways, especially with my clients for like more than a decade, even. So there's so much more I'm so excited to pour in this year. And what I want to invite you to, so I'll share where you can sign up for that when that comes. So liberation is an invitation. It's an invitation. What is being liberated? What are you ready to liberate in your life? What could liberation offer you if you lean into this as a practice? You know, these cultures have different practices for liberating yourself from attachment to your physical body, from attachment to your story, from attachment to being you know, the immortal in a human form, right? From attachment to even what you believe about God or spirit or universe or any divine presence, liberating from any stories and like allowing the truth, the pure truth to settle in. So this is a time that I'm going to be holding space for you to choose what you are liberating so that, fill in the so that for me, liberation, so that I know, can even remember who I really am and what I'm really here to do more and more and more. Like that is what I stand for. It's why I share this all the time with you. It's why I share and invite everybody into this work with me so that I can be uh, just a mirror to remember who you really are and what you're here to do. And I happen to have a few processes and frameworks that help you do that. And this is the time because things are speeding up. Like I have a lot of intensity unfolding in my life right now, navigating something that somewhat came out of left field. It came out of nowhere. And the more I reflect and take responsibility, I see where this came from and why this is here. And I also can create the story around it. And every moment I'm creating the story around it. And so in this moment, every single thing we're dealing with, we get liberation. What does liberation mean for me in this now moment? What would liberation do? You say, what would love do in this moment? What would I do as a liberated soul, knowing my power as like a superhuman, knowing my power as an alchemist, knowing my power as a divine being with so much more available to me, with so much more magic and super